These fools, they'll never learn.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Food for Thought podcast.
Yay!
We are here. Get some energy. Come
Yep,
on.
yep,
Yep. Hello, everyone. If you don't know us, we're a martial arts cinema podcast. We make episodes once every 2 weeks, although you'll find a smorgasbord of what we do all over our YouTube channel.
That's right.
I'm the host. My name's Sean. This is a co-host. This is Cyrus.
That's right.
And then Devan's a co-host. She's over there, and she's my wife.
Mm-hmm.
One day I'll introduce you as you, and then I'll go, and I'm Sean, I'm her husband. Switch things up.
You should.
Keep it fresh.
You should.
Yes.
Yes.
You know,
I'll
keep,
be
Emphasis on you being my husband as
Exactly,
opposed to
keep it-
me being your wife.
keep it equal.
yeah.
That's right.
You know? Girl power. Sporty Spice.
So you shared the last names, right?
That is true.
I took her last name.
Oh.
Yes.
Mm.
Yes.
Hmm.
Sadly, her last name was Cockatoo. So my name's Sean Cockatoo. Which is sad because my middle name is Eater, so it's Sean Eater Cockatoo.
Cockatoo.
That's what it is.
I'm on fire already!
That's right.
Right out the gate.
Hey.
Cross that one off your list.
Yep, that's
'cause you
right.
wrote that last night.
Hitting it hard. Hitting it hard.
Yay!
Welcome everyone. So what we talk about at the top of the podcast is basically anything we've watched, anything we've gotten into, all that kind of jazz. Anyone watch anything good?
We started a new show.
Oh boy, howdy.
Cyrus, you got to watch this show.
Probably won't, but
I
hit me
know.
with it.
Everyone out there should watch
Everyone
this
should watch this show because it's
show.
amazing.
And what's it called?
The Fall of the House of Usher
Yep, it's a series about the life
On
of
Netflix.
Usher Raymond.
on Netflix.
Good joke.
Yes.
Yeah, it's the new show by Mike Flanagan, who directed Dr. Sleep.
Who also did the Haunting at Hill House on Netflix and
yeah,
the
Midnight
subsequent
Mass,
series. Yeah,
uh,
other series.
Haunting of Bly Manor,
Right.
all that good stuff. And so far we are 3 episodes in.
Yeah.
And it is
So good.
it is so good.
So good.
Certainly the best, maybe the best thing I've watched this year, like movies and TV combined. It's incredible.
And yeah, we're not gonna. I don't even know how to. I don't want to spoil anything, obviously, but I don't even know how to. How would you even explain it just to get someone to watch it?
It's about the downfall of a very, very, very rich family,
Right.
but there are supernatural things afoot. Right?
Yes.
Safe to say that.
Yes.
It's based on The Fall of the House of Usher by Edgar Allan Poe.
Right.
So, but it's a modern retelling of it.
Yeah. Very good.
It's got some familiar faces in it. It's very, very, very good. Very good.
Yeah.
And it's got one of the most shocking things I've seen on TV for a long, long time. There is a scene in episode 2 which kind of blew me away by how grisly it is.
Yeah.
So be forewarned. But
Yeah.
good. It's very good.
Yeah.
What else have we been watching? I think I wrote some stuff.
Oh, we watched.
Heights and
We've watched some things that you didn't like, but I enjoyed.
Oh yeah.
We watched The Haunted Mansion on Disney.
Mm.
It was fun. I thought it was fun.
It was not fun. It's not fun.
I thought it was
It's
fun.
2 hours of a pain in
Maybe
the arse.
slightly, maybe a bit overly long, but I enjoyed it. So
Yeah, I didn't love it.
No, he didn't.
To be honest, I checked out halfway through. I couldn't even tell you what happens in the second half.
You checked out, huh?
Checked out.
Checked out of that hotel.
Yeah, that's right. Checked out the Haunted Mansion.
That's right.
Yeah,
At the mansion.
Yeah.
Damn it.
that's right. Danny DeVito turns up, and
Oh.
no idea what happens after that.
there was another thing that we watched.
The Equalizer 3.
No, we both enjoyed that. I mean, there was another thing that I liked and you didn't.
Oh, I don't remember.
But Equalizer 3, very good.
Equalizer 3
Have you
is
seen?
really
Have you seen the Equalizer movies?
Mm.
Oh, Cyrus.
honestly, the Equalizer trilogy is a really solid trilogy. It's better than people give it credit for. The third one is really, really good. It's not
Oh,
what
yeah.
you think. It's very different to the others. A lot more guess, drama in it.
I think so.
And the way they go about the action is very unique because Denzel's a bit old, you know. I think he's in his late 60s now, and he can't be doing the old John Wick style hand-to-hand fisticuffs.
Right.
So they have him basically turn into Batman. He basically just dwells in the shadows and then comes out and attacks people that way. But it's really quite good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember the other movie.
Go ahead.
Totally Killer.
Oh fuck me, that was garbage.
I like that one
That
too.
was garbage.
I like
Ugh.
that one too.
Totally Killer is a film on Prime Video, and it's a time travel slasher film, comedy. But the problem is, it's not funny enough to be a comedy, and it's not violent or scary enough to be a horror. It's walks this horrible middle ground, and
I liked it.
the weird thing is, everyone online fucking loves it. So I'm definitely in the wrong here.
I liked
'Cause
it.
Devan liked it.
Yeah.
Apparently, I'm the only one that disliked it. So watch it.
I bet
Give it a go.
knowing you, because this seems to happen in a couple years, you'll probably revisit it and be like, "Oh, this is pretty good. I don't know what my problem was last time."
Yeah, probably. I do tend to do that quite a lot. I watched a few things by myself. I'm trying to watch a few horror movies in October. I usually try and do 31 in 31 days. But I'm not going to be able to do that simply because work is pretty hectic these days, and I don't have time to watch horror movies. But I
Oh
have watched.
no, you don't have enough work, or or you don't have enough free time during
I
work to
know I
watch a
can't
movie.
watch movies during my work
Fucking
day anymore.
work.
So I watched the one that everyone's raving about at the moment, and that's Talk to Me, the 2023 horror movie, and it is very good. If you don't know much about it, try to go into it blind. But it's an excellent horror movie, and it's honestly one of the best movies of the year.
Cyrus, you love horror movies, right?
No, I don't.
Yeah. Well, we're doing a horror movie next episode.
Oh
So,
shit, Korean.
B41 Korean. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. So I watched that. I watched an interesting home invasion film called what the
I
hell
don't
was
like
it
those.
called? No One Will Save You. And the interesting spin on the home invasion theme is that uh, the home invader is an alien. It's not a human. It's an alien. That's not a spoiler. You find out super early.
Interesting.
Yeah, and the film is very cerebral. It's very confusing and deep. And the ending, I still don't quite know what the film meant by it.
Is there a probing?
Kind of. Not of the butt though.
Oh, okay.
But there is some mental probing.
Okay.
I watched a Korean film, Ballerina, which is an action thriller that's currently on Netflix. Personally, I think it's well worth the watch. It's got some great action set pieces in it. Everyone isn't going to love the fighting style or the choice of choreography or editing. It's rapid editing, bit fast. Might upset a few people because it feels like shaky cam. I liked it. It worked for me. And the only other thing I've watched is Castlevania. So I've been picking up Castlevania. I watched the first and second season. I'm on the third one now. I'm loving it. I'm really, really enjoying
Did
it.
you watch the whole thing, Cyrus? Okay.
watched
You
season
liked
4
it.
as well?
no.
No, okay. Yeah.
I
didn't
thought
think you
they were
did.
just gonna call it. I thought it
No.
was done for.
They did a season 4 and they've done a spin-off show called Castlevania Nocturne.
Hmm.
So
Tell you what I have been doing.
yeah.
I've been playing some goddamn video games.
Oh, yeah?
Okay?
Okay.
I've been playing a game that I played 20 years ago. 20.
Sonic the Hedgehog?
That's the one.
Yeah. Thought
Play
so.
it with my friends
Yep.
online.
Online. One of you's Tails, one of you's Sonic.
Bingo.
Yes.
Diablo 2. I've been playing it. Long story short, I said, you know what? I'm gonna do what I did when I was fucking 12. So I made the
Jerk
same
off.
guy. Jerk off first. Jerked it first, and then I downloaded porn on LimeWire.
Yeah.
Which is what we all did.
And it took you 17 hours.
Yeah,
days.
and I printed it out on my shitty printer, and it was like, and I'm like, my parents are coming home soon. So yeah, I did it. I did the same guy I did. He's a necromancer.
Okay.
He like kills people and then brings them back.
That's them. That's him bringing them back.
He
to
brings
life.
them back,
Got it.
and then they're his friends somehow. I wouldn't be so.
Makes sense. That's how necromancy works.
Yeah. So I was doing really well and learning all this shit, and then we're playing on a mode where if you die,
Mhm.
he's gone.
Okay.
It's not like, ah, shoot, let me just pick up where I left off. It's like you can't play the guy.
You have
anymore.
no more lives.
Yeah, you have one life.
No, one life to live.
That's right. There's
Okay.
a song. One,
It's a soap opera. That's
Nope.
what I was
Soap opera
referring.
called One Life to Live.
Right.
That's right.
Yeah.
So he's dead, which is a giant bummer. But I'm having a fun time, and I'm trying to get this guy into it. He's not going to do it.
I'll be honest, I'm just when people I'm very envious of people that like when video games come out, they get really, really excited about them. I have no passion for video games whatsoever. It could be because I'm absolutely dismal at playing them, but part of it is because I just don't have the want to play video games. It's very strange because I love movies,
It's
I
very
love
strange. So
music.
there's something there.
Yeah, I love books, but video games just don't do it
Did you
for
have a
me.
bad experience with video games?
Yes, I did.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
I think you also when you had your what did we have, the PS3?
Mm-hmm.
You found it very anxiety inducing.
Yep, that was it. That's the bad
Yeah,
experience I had.
yeah.
I got
Right.
Skyrim, and Skyrim honestly pretty much sent me to the doctor. Skyrim messed me up. I was too anxious playing it. It made me seriously just panicked, and I hated playing it. And I kind of since then I'm just like I don't want to play games. I did play Last of Us though, and I love that. For me to play games, they have to be linear. They have to be linear, have a starting point, and have an end point. Open world, I cannot do because I spin into an anxiety-riddled tornado of stress.
Because you're already playing an open world game.
That's
Real
right.
life, baby.
That's right, baby. I'm open world now. I'm a necromancer. Yeah, so I just video games. And it's funny when a new video game comes out and I see like all the fancy graphics and all like how amazing they look. I'm like, oh my god! That
And
looks
you've watched like people play on
I watch
YouTube.
walkthroughs. Yeah.
Yeah, that
I watch walkthroughs of games. I watched an entire walkthrough of Resident Evil 7, but I will never play these games. So I live vicariously through other people. Yeah, it's sad. Before we move on, I do want to say something. I think something affected the Kung Fu cinema community this week, and that is I would like to say R.I.P. Mang Hoi. Sadly, we lost an absolute legend of the genre this week. He was only 65 years old, which is really, really sad. Legendary actor, stuntman, fight choreographer, director, just an amazing, amazing performer. If you just look up his filmography and take a pic of one of his films, and you won't be disappointed. I recommend going back to watch some of his early old school stuff, like Buddha Assassinator or Hell's Wind Staff is a good one. But very sad. I think everyone was gutted the fact that he passed away. And no one really expected it from him because he was still so young. So just a shout out to Mang Hoi, absolute legend. And on that somber note, let's go ahead and jump into this week's film. Devan, what film are we doing?
we did the film from 2019 called Triple Threat, starring
Directed by, do you know?
no.
All right, I'll say the
Oh, I
director.
saw his name at the end of it, but I don't remember. Was it Jesse Johnson?
Oh, look at you.
Paying
Jesse
attention.
V. Johnson.
Jesse V. Johnson, starring Tony Jaa, starring Iko Uwais, starring Tiger Chen, Selena Jade, Michael Jai White, and Scott Adkins.
It's off the top of your head.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Thank you.
Michael Bisping's in there. Ron Schmorenberg. Ron Schmorensberg.
Smorgasbord.
Ron Smorgasbord's in there. G.J. Yanin's in there. It's a whole host of martial arts cinema stars. A few things about the film, which I found quite interesting. I got some tidbits about action choreography was by Tim Mann as well, who's done plenty of films, including Scott Adkins's Accident Man, the first Accident Man film he did. Ranked number 4 on Rotten Tomatoes top 10 action films of 2019.
Really?
Yes.
Interesting.
2019 action films included
Okay.
John Wick 3,
Okay.
1917,
Uh-huh.
Terminator Dark Fate,
Uh-huh.
Avengement, Hobbs and Shaw, Rambo Last Blood, Spider-Man Far From Home, Ip Man 4, X-Men Dark Phoenix, 6 Underground, and Captain Marvel. How many of them would it
Wow.
be? Would it be all of them apart from 4?
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't put this at number 4. I would say some of them
No.
are pretty
Above it.
pretty above that. Yeah, I mean,
That's questionable.
you can argue that Rambo: Last Blood is worse than this. That's fine. But a lot of them are better than this film.
Yeah.
The film's tagline in Germany was just like the Expendables, but without the retirees.
I want the retirees.
Germany.
And
guys are
one
funny.
last little tidbit for you guys. Do you remember when we watched Tower of Death? You're going to say no, that's okay. Do you remember the man that ate raw meat in a film and kept tigers? And
Yes.
there's a fight with basically a man in a lion.
Oh yeah, that's Selena J's dad.
That's Selena Jade's dad.
Yeah, I already know that. You've told me that before.
Roy Horan or Horan. I'm not sure how you say his last name,
Yeah.
but Roy Horan, who's also well known for being the priest in Snake and the Eagle's Shadow, Selena Jade's dad.
Yeah.
Interesting little fact there. So let's go ahead and talk about the film a little bit. I would love to get some opinions.
And this is a film that our patrons chose for us.
Shall we name them or
Patrons? Should we name and shame them? Yeah, let's do that at the top of the show. So
yeah.
we have a Patreon. I'm gonna have to pull up the list, so please bear with me while I pull
Yay,
up the list.
patrons! So yeah, so we put up a poll on Patreon, as we tend to do, for our patrons to choose a film for us to do, and out of what? How many options do we
4.
give
I
them?
put up
4.
4.
hundreds of
Out
submissions?
of 4 options, our patrons chose this film.
And our beautiful patrons who have gone to www.patreon.com/food for thought, they give us a few pennies each month. I shouldn't say pennies. They give us a few dollars each month, and they get lots of little things. They get to vote on the film. They get Food for Thought uncut episodes. They get
Movie
video
commentaries.
commentary. We just did a commentary track for Roadhouse, which was fun. We're gonna do more commentaries in the future. We're thinking on doing Super Mario Brothers.
Yeah.
Not the animated version. The old
The John Leguizamo, what is it? Bob Hoskins.
Bob
Yeah.
Hoskins stuff like that we do. It's a whole lot of fun.
I'm so looking forward to doing that,
Yeah, me too.
especially since you've never seen the movie.
No.
You think we'll like it or we'll just be disappointed?
Oh, we won't like it. There's no way.
I think
we'll
it'll
like
be fun.
I
But
agree.
I'm,
It's
but
not like Double Dragon, where it's like that's the worst movie ever made.
Oh,
I'd
yeah.
never seen, and I recall, like, I know that Super Mario Brothers is not a good film. However, I remember enjoying it. Although I am worried that it will not, just like Secret of the Ooze. I used to love Secret of the Ooze, but
It's
watching it now,
No. Is Bob Hoskins doing?
the second
Oh, the second one's dope. What are you talking about?
It's
Are you joking me?
It's not. It's
A
awful.
turtle and dog?
It's awful.
It's not good. Especially since they
Oh,
didn't
get
use
outta
their
here.
weapons. It was just
Is Bob Hoskins being British in it, or is he being
Oh,
American?
he's being
No, he's
one of them
being
Italians.
right.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, he's being
He's doing the whole, I'm walking here, I'm Mario.
yeah, 100%.
Okay, our patrons, wonderful people.
Patrons.
We've got Miles, Alpha Rookie, Nick, Shane, Nicholas, Amok Pal, Rama, Disconnected, Tristan, aka Martial Arts Film Freak, Robert, Art School Dropouts, Eloquent, James, Donjitsu, Tina, and
The Don.
Benjamin. They are beautiful people. They support us. If you want to support us too, please come along. We will really, really appreciate you and love you and take you close to our nurturing bosoms.
That's right. And I've been looking at our channel a little bit.
Oh, yeah?
One of them videos. Hello.
Oh yeah,
What do you mean, one of them
A
videos?
lot of people watch
a
one.
lot of views. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
We're in the
exciting.
big leagues, baby.
Yeah, thanks to everyone who watched the Fight Bites with Devan about Yes, Madam. For some odd reason, it blew up.
It did. I'm
Very
shocked.
very kind. Thank you to all those that watched it. It's very, very nice.
Very shocked.
Triple Threats.
Triple
Who
Threat.
wants to give their opinion on the film?
Who wants to talk about this film?
I'll give my opinion.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
What do you think of Triple Threat?
So, what I found funny is as soon as Sean started the film, I had him pause it, and I'm just like, we've seen this movie before. And he confirmed. I hadn't realized that when I chose this film as an option to put up on the poll. And so once it got going, I was like, oh yeah, I remember this movie now, and it's fun. It's it's not a cinematic masterpiece, but it has some pretty fun fights, and it's very entertaining. Um, so I enjoyed it.
You like it.
I did. I liked it. I would watch it again. I would have no problem watching it again.
And that's rare. That's rare for Devon to say that.
Yeah.
So that's awesome.
Cyrus.
The way Cyrus looked, I got a feeling he disagrees with you.
What's wrong, man? Everything's fine. This is a place of warmth.
You think this film's garbage?
It's garbanzo beans.
Wow, interesting.
It's not. It's. I mean, obvious. It's still fun. You're telling me that you had you had
Sorry,
no fun
I wandered
watching this.
around.
You're telling me you had no fun watching this movie.
That's a chainsaw.
Wow.
Pork chainsaw.
I'm wanting to know what.
Why?
So, yeah.
Yeah, okay, wait. Give
Everything
your
is garbage.
give
If
your
you say the
opinion.
dialogue is anything less than garbanzo,
Well, of course. I
Forget
mean,
dialogue then. Let's focus purely on action. You're saying the action is garbage in the film.
kinda.
Okay.
It seems slow.
Okay.
Look, I just kept looking at those guys. I'm like, you're kind of old. Is that bad?
Would define old because a lot of them are my age.
Sean, what was your opinion?
So you can look at this film two ways. You can sit back and enjoy it as being a B movie action film with plenty of fights, cheesy dialogue, and you can just enjoy it for what it is. Or what you can do is really, really go in with like expectations and just pick it apart and say this is shit, this is terrible, this is awful, and you can kind of make the film shitty for yourself. I think that's what I picked up on doing in the while watching the film. I started making notes, right, and I started making notes of all the garbage things in this film, and I was just like, why am I doing this? Like, it's if I didn't do this, I would enjoy the film way more.
I was along for
than
the ride.
I am, but the problem is, if I don't pick it apart, I don't have much to talk about on the podcast.
Fair.
Because all I can say is it's a fun action film. It's a B movie. There are questionable moments. There are questionable things. Are some people bringing better acting talents than others? Yes,
No.
certainly.
All of them are peak.
There are.
What are you talking about?
That's sarcasm.
So who's the worst in this? Who's the most garbage actor in this film?
I know who I would say.
Yeah?
I know who I would say.
Who are you saying?
Tony.
Tony Jaa.
Yeah.
Oh.
You're saying he's bad in this film.
Yeah. I can tell you who's the best.
Who's the best?
Adkins.
Atkins?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're wrong.
What?
You're wrong.
Atkins is killing it.
Scott Adkins is not the best actor in this film.
Who do you think?
Michael Jai White kills this film.
Well, yeah,
Do
he
you know
was
why?
good.
Because he knows what he's doing. Because Michael Jai White is bringing excellent acting, but in his head, he's going, I need to ham it up for this film. And he's hamming
Is he
it up.
hamming it up? I thought Adkins was hamming it up.
Atkins is on 1,000%. He's hamming up too much.
Oh,
Plus, for some reason, they give Scott Adkins like the worst dialogue in this film.
That's true,
his-
but I still thought he was great.
Oh, I don't think he's better than Jai White. I think White kills this film.
Oh, I have a lot to say about Scott Adkins.
Oh, go on. All right, we're off to the races. We're off to the races. Go on.
Should I just go ahead?
Yeah. Let's talk. We can be a bit
Okay.
free flowing in this one, and
Okay.
and little.
So for one, when it comes to Scott Adkins, and given the films of his that we've seen, I'm so glad that they didn't make him have an American accent. Thank God, because that would have been horrible. Him
Yes.
acting with an American accent, no good. So him just being natural, I thought he was great. He was absolutely one of my favorite things about this movie.
Okay.
I thought like you said, he was playing it up to 1,000, and I was 100% here for it.
You're on board. Okay.
I was 100% on board. I thought he looked great. I thought he was great in his fight scenes.
He looks very handsome in this film as well.
Yeah,
Well, I
Like,
looked at
he's-
him at one point. I was just like, wow, he looks good.
right. He
looks
looks good. His fight scenes were good. His flips and kicks, and I thought he was fantastic. And yeah, when Scott Adkins is good, he makes things look amazing, in my opinion.
I agree 100%. I think that So, all right, if we're just going to bounce around a little bit, I've got something to say. So there is
mean-
one particular martial artist in this film that does not look good. One that is actually surprising because a lot of people will say he's incredible.
Who are you? Is it
I
Iko?
I think he looks amazing. I think Tony Jaa looks bad in this film.
Okay.
Um,
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Not only is, unfortunately, it's the same old shit. He's very repetitive. His Muay Thai style is boring. But he just so Tony Jaa doesn't fight with the complexity of others. Others have like quick hands and quick feet. He doesn't. He's all about knees and elbows and power, and it doesn't work. He's just not great in this film. Scott Adkins makes Tony Jaa look like Bruce Lee at the end.
Mm.
Like Scott Adkins makes everyone that much better in this film. I don't know how he does it, but he does. Scott Adkins at the end of this film is incredible. His 2-on-1 fight,
Yeah.
Adkins is putting in work.
Yeah.
His spin kicks are phenomenal. I tried to look for stunt doubles. I think he does most of it, if not all of it, because I was very impressed. And he, as a villain, is very, very good in this film.
I love him as a villain.
And I think he, as an action star, is very, very good in this film.
Uh-huh.
I understand what Cyrus said about some of the action looking slow. I agree. I do think it looks slow. But I also think this film suffers from a very particular issue. This film fucked up from the get-go.
How so?
What they do wrong, right, is they have a team of bad guys and they have a team of good guys.
Okay.
Your problem is your good guys are all light on their feet, small of stature, and quick. Your bad guys are all
Bulkier.
heavy hitters,
Bulkier.
big boys, bulky.
Yeah.
So every single fight you get in this film, apart from an early one, every single fight you get in this film is a small guy against a big guy.
True.
And big guy. And it gets annoying because you notice that Iko, for example, very fast hands, bah, 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 bah. But people like Michael Bisping can't keep up with Iko, so they have to slow the fight down. And even the fast workers look slow because they have to slow down. So what it is most of the fights, even though I think the fights are quite good in this film, it's power move. Some guy picks up and throws fucking
Okay.
Tiger Chen through a wall.
Right.
Tiger Chen gets up. Then he body slams Tiger Chen.
Right.
Then Tiger Chen gets up, does a few quick moves against him, and then does like a big finisher, like a crazy knee or something.
Okay.
So I like the choreography. I just think sometimes the dynamic between the smaller guys and the bigger guys, you just halfway through this film, you just crave Tiger Chen to take on Iko. Just like you just want a
Well,
second where
I mean, we got that in the beginning.
that's what I'm saying.
That was okay. So, all right. Basically, gist of the movie is Michael Jai White, Scott Adkins, bad guys. Tiger Chen, Tony Jaa, Iko, good guys. But in the beginning, Iko didn't know that Tiger Chen and Tony Jaa were good guys. Through a series of circumstances, Iko Uwais' wife gets killed. So he's on a mission for revenge. So he catches up with Tiger Chen and Tony Jaa and this like underground fight ring. And so he gets in the ring to fight Tiger Chen. Great. Loved it. I maybe have like 3 or 4 notes for this whole film, but that
I
one
got a ton.
that was my first note. Like I could take those two fighting all day every day. It was great. Loved it.
I'm very shocked by the fact you love the fights that much.
I loved that. I loved that fight.
It's solid, yeah, it's good.
I thought they looked great.
What's the best fight in this film?
The best fight?
Yeah. I guess, but we should let Cyrus speak at some point. Go
Do you
for
have
it.
it? Do
I'm
you-
listening.
I I did enjoy at the end when Scott Adkins was, on full display. Because like I said, he looks fantastic and he looked great doing his stuff. But I very much enjoyed that Tiger Chen Iko Uwais fight too.
That's
It was
interesting.
a good fight.
Do you know what I like? There's no one talks about this fight, But Iko Uwais facing off against Michael Jai White at the end.
Oh yeah,
I thought that's a solid fight. They do something weird with Michael Jai White's death.
Yeah, what was that?
Edited very strangely.
it is.
It's like
He just dies.
it was like it was super violent, but they somehow cut the violence out.
It was weird.
It looks very odd. Very odd.
Yeah, it was a clunky scene.
So I have a few things to say. I like I said, I took a number of notes in this film. First thing I want to say is who's going to explain the plot?
Good guys versus bad guys.
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
nail it?
So
What's
okay.
Selena Jade all about?
Money.
So yeah, so it's very strange. So it starts up. They're in some sort of jungle, some sort of like camp in the jungle, and it's Michael Jai White with Tiger Chen, and Tony Jaa kind of leading the way to this camp, and it's Michael Jai White and his team. And unbeknownst to Tiger Chen and Tony Jaa, their purpose, they thought they were there for, a good purpose, a humanitarian
Free
purpose.
prisoners.
Right. But really they were there to free Scott Adkins, who was there, I don't know why. But he was being held prisoner. So they free him. And then Michael Jai White and Scott, they turn on Tiger Chen.
Before we go any further,
Yeah.
who has the most unfortunate hair in this film? Is it Scott Adkins at the beginning when they free him, or is it Tiger Chen for the entire movie?
Scott
I-
Adkins in the beginning. That's just.
I mean, that was yeah, his
Why does
his
no one
prisoner hair.
talk about his prisoner
His
hair?
prisoner hair is terrible. But I
It's-
don't like, I mean, but then that's prisoner hair. It gets cleaned up once when he's free. Tiger Chen's hair, I don't
Chen's-
care for it. It was
Tiger Chen's hair in this film
unfortunate
is
haircut.
mental. It's like a haircut I had when I was 7.
Yeah.
Also, Tony Jaa's haircut's kind of silly looking too.
When he is in the ring fighting, he has like old man comb over hair. I don't know what they're doing with him. There's some questionable hair in this film. Also, Tiger Chen just has an enormous head. His forehead is huge.
Is
Yeah, Tiger Chen has very soft features.
He's a very soft man.
You
I
put
don't
some
know, he's not
lipstick
a
on
soft
him.
man. He'll beat the shit out of you.
He's a bigger in this.
He's
All I
got-
know him is from Man of Tai Chi.
Mhm.
He's packed on a bit of muscle for this film, definitely. And by the way, Tiger Chen should be a star. I don't know why.
great.
I don't know why he's not. Granted, I don't know how old he is now. He's probably in his early 40s. But yeah, he should be a star. He's fucking awesome.
Yeah. But like so, yeah.
Also, they free Scott Adkins from a prison that we don't know how long he's been in there.
Right, or why he's even in there.
As they get him out there, because let's say you've been in prison for, let's say, a year, right? Treated terribly. He has an iron mask on. He's covered in shit. He's fucking starving. The first thing they give him when he gets out of prison is a cigar.
cigar.
Yeah.
So fucking bad.
Yeah.
He loves it.
He fucking he treats it like it's a 4-course meal.
Right.
I would. You know what I would do? Cry.
I'd cry, and then I'd go, "Why the fuck are you giving me a cigar?"
Yeah.
I
Like
get
where's my
water.
yeah.
But I guess
My
he has to
food.
be a villain, and
Yeah.
kind of like a cigar is a villain.
So he as soon as he gets out, he kills someone and smokes a cigar.
Yep.
Yes.
It's like a 6-year-old wrote.
Yeah. And they turn on Tiger Chen and Tony Jaa and leave them kind of to die, but they survive, and so does Iko Uwais in this camp. And then he's like, Iko Uwais is like, I'm gonna find all of you and I'm gonna have my revenge. And first he catches up to Tiger Chen, Tony Jaa. They have that fight in the ring. And then they basically explain, hey, we're sorry. We thought we were there for good, but the real bad guys are Michael Jai White and Scott Adkins, and let's work together to find them. And then also there's Selena Jade. So there's this thing where she's just
What's
rich
her
girl.
plot, Devon? What's she all about?
She's basically this rich chick who wants to end organized crime.
How?
How? By giving money.
To who?
Exactly.
Yep.
To
By
the
giving-
community, so they don't have to go to a life.
Right.
of crime.
By
No idea. Is that what it is?
by giving money,
Okay.
giving money to the community, and I guess creating opportunities for citizens so they don't have to turn to crime. But yeah, and then but because of that, some mysterious lady was just like, well, let's kill her, so she can't actually.
Who's that lady?
Right. No idea.
Who's that lady?
No idea.
She's the
A crime boss?
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. She's a crime boss. Yeah.
Okay.
Also, I'll go one step further. What's Tiger Chen's story in this film?
Yeah. He yeah. Somehow because they're in Indonesia, right?
His dad dies.
Okay, who kills his dad?
Bad guys.
Bad guys.
Why?
Right.
because they're bad,
Yeah.
and he doesn't like bad
So-
guys.
So his dad took him from China
To Indonesia
to Indonesia.
for
He was
whatever reason.
killed in Indonesia. Wait, are they in Indonesia or Thailand?
I don't know where they
I
are.
think they're in Thailand.
Oh, are they in Thailand? Oh.
Yeah. So he took him from China to Thailand. He gets killed in Thailand. But for some bizarre
He
reason,
can't go back to China.
he can't go back to China. We don't know why, but he can't go back to China. And then he says his job was actually to take his father back to China. But now he cannot do any of that. And you don't know why. Because why? He's on a revenge? So
I don't
what?
know.
Did the crime syndicate kill his father?
I don't know. It doesn't matter.
Do you know what? That's the perfect comment.
It doesn't
None
matter.
of this matters. None of this matters. But this film does suffer from a problem as well. The film, so everyone watching the film goes, none of this matters. I just want fights. But the problem with the film is, the film goes, this does matter. So hold on while we give you the most boring exposition possible, because everything between the fights is fucking snoozeworthy.
I would agree.
The
So, yeah.
dialogue, oh,
I would
Jesus
agree.
wept.
So yeah. So basically, Iko Uwais is like, I have my own plan. I'm gonna use you two, being Tiger Chen and Tony Jaa, as bait to lure out the bad guys. So they get arrested. They end up at the police station. Meanwhile, Scott Adkins' team are hired to kill Selena Jade, and so that whole bit happens, and she ends up at the police station. And then Scott Adkins and Michael Jai White are like, "All right, to the police station.
So-
We're gonna invade this police station. We're gonna kill everybody, and we're gonna kill these peoples."
Keep that in mind. Scott Adkins and his team of mercenaries in full fucking tactical gear and
Just
with machine guns
Roll into a police station.
couldn't before that. This is before that.
Oh, okay.
They couldn't kill Selena Jade,
Oh, outside of a hotel.
who's outside of a hotel, who stood on just a staircase, who happens to have, 6 security guards around her?
Yeah.
They couldn't kill her, but they decide to go and take on an entire police station of armed police officers to kill 2 people that are currently locked in a cell. And they go,
Right.
oh, it should be a doddle. Should be a walk in the park.
Right.
You couldn't kill her. She was just stood right in front of you and you couldn't kill her. What makes you think you can just walk in?
They wanted to kill the 2 dudes because they saw them.
Oh, I know why. Yeah.
I know, but what a terrible. That's it?
Yeah, that's it.
Taking ideas.
Yeah, so can anybody on the street.
Yeah.
The thousands of people you ran by with machine guns.
Mhm.
Right.
How about that?
Right.
They must have known their names. or something.
Anyway.
I'd just be like, oh, that guy has a gun. And it's like,
Right.
Oh yeah, they
"Woo!"
were 100% running around the city, guns out.
Sun's out.
Sun's out, guns out. Yeah. You go, look, there's Scott Adkins. Yeah. No, I was saying the people would go,
Oh.
that's Scott Adkins. I wasn't pointing over there to say Scott Adkins.
I was like, oh, hey, what's up?
I do an impression of the people in the street saying, as he runs past with guns, going, I'll edit this out. And goes, there's Scott Adkins,
Mm.
even though his name is, what in the film? Collins.
Oh yeah, Colin
Yeah. And Michael Jai White, he's called Devereaux.
Devereaux.
Yeah. Which, isn't that a Van Damme character in a film?
I mean, probably.
Who's Frank Devereaux?
Frank
That sounds.
Dukes.
Who's
I feel like that's probably a character, right?
I'm gonna Google something. Keep going with the plot. Keep going with the police
Okay.
officer.
So we get to the police station, and it just becomes a complete like shoot 'em up war
I knew it.
where
Van Damme's called Luke Devereaux in Universal Soldier.
Oh.
Sorry,
that's okay.
it was annoying me.
Yeah, so it becomes a big old shoot 'em up crazy war.
It does,
police
and
station.
to be honest, the gunplay in this film is great. Squibs, so it looks super violent. It's
Mm-hmm.
super gory.
And they just murder all the policemen.
They murder every single police officer. It's pretty good. It's pretty solid.
Yeah.
Tiger Chen and Iko get away with Selena Jade.
Oh, real quick.
No,
Iko Uwais.
Not Iko. Tiger Chen and Tony Jaa get away with Selena Jade.
Iko Uwais deletes one of the bad guys with like a.
Oh
Grenade
yeah,
launcher?
the chick. Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah.
Was like kind of out of nowhere.
Yeah.
So Jija Yanin is in this film. Where do you recognize her from, guys?
I did not recognize her.
We did an entire film where she's the lead actress.
Really?
That's not
Yep.
the Vietnamese one.
No.
Okay.
She's the lead actress in Chocolate that we did. The
I didn't
girl
see that
that
one.
has autism.
Oh, is that her?
You did see that one.
Fuck it.
Is that
The
her?
one with Johnny Depp.
No, we did it for the
Chocolat,
podcast.
chocolat.
Yeah.
I did. Okay.
Oh, I didn't realize that was her.
She's the girl that has the autism that learns. Did you not do that
I
episode?
might not have.
Yeah, you did.
I thought you did as
I
well.
thought you did.
She fights the breakdancer with Tourette's at the end.
I don't know, dude.
Oh wow, dude, were you not a part of that
Maybe he
episode?
wasn't part of that
Maybe.
episode, but
Anyway.
she's the lead actress in that. That's
Oh, I didn't
Julia
realize
Yang.
that.
Sadly, in this film, she gets
Oh, she didn't get to do enough then.
she gets zero to do in this film.
Yeah.
She has a few minor scuffles, and then basically uses a grenade launcher for most of the time.
Yeah.
I don't know whether what I felt like watching this, I was like, she's pregnant. Otherwise, they give her more to do.
Oh, you think?
So I felt like something like that, or something was off.
Mm.
But she gets dispatched pretty quickly.
Yeah.
And probably the best kill of the film. She gets blown up by a grenade launcher, and it's very graphic, very gory, and very cool.
Mhm.
Yeah. Then we get a fight between Tony Jaa and Ron Smorenberg, right?
Big guy.
The guy with the glasses.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we get a fight between him, and to be honest, in my opinion, that's the worst fight in the film.
Yeah, it wasn't great.
I didn't like that one. Ron Smorenberg is slow as hell in this.
Yeah, he is.
Doesn't look great at all. Yeah, no good. But yeah, we get a bit of a throwdown, and then they escape the police station. And then it basically becomes like a cat and mouse thing.
Right, of Scott Adkins' team trying to find them. And, I mean, lots of running and hiding. A car chase bit, but really, nothing of note until the end.
At one point, I kid you not, Scott Adkins outruns a car.
Yeah.
The car is going about 60 miles per hour, and Scott Adkins runs faster than it.
Yeah.
He is he turns into the fucking Flash for 1 second and just somehow runs faster than the car. It's mental. I don't know how they left that in the film. He looks and he sees the car to the right of him, and he starts running, and
he runs down like an alley,
and he gets in front of the car.
Not necessarily in front of it, but they as he's running through the alley, he gets the car right as it runs past, and he jumps on it.
It's a great stunt, by the way. It's a fantastic stunt. Whoever jumped on that car. Something tells me the director did that stunt, but I could be wrong. Oh, by the way, there's a fight between. Oh, I forgot to mention this one. There's a fight between Michael Bisping and Tiger Chen. And Tiger Chen does I think my favorite move in the film, where
that's the other British guy.
Who, by the way, he's hamming it up in this film. He's not terrible.
He's not terrible.
He's not awful. I mean, for a UFC guy,
he has just real bad lines.
He did.
Well, yeah,
he did. He grabs Tiger Chen in like a grapple, and Tiger Chen walks backwards up a fence.
Oh yeah, I enjoyed that.
Just as a flying knee, double knee. Into
I enjoyed that.
It's one of my favorite movies.
I enjoyed that a lot. Yeah,
it was good.
Tiger Chen looked great.
And everyone does their thing in this film. If like what every single actor for, they all do it. So Tony Jaa can't help but do it. Like he's all knees doing his Muay Thai.
Right.
But Tiger Chen does his Tai Chi. He gets that hand out.
Yep.
Which is the whole Tai Chi thing. Doesn't really do much Tai Chi, but he does his signature hand, and then Iko Uwais does his punches up and down this guy's body at some point.
Yeah.
Which he's known for. Scott Adkins does his twisty, spinny kicks. Michael Jai White is just Michael Jai White.
Yeah.
So yeah. I'm just gonna go through my notes a little bit. So Michael Bisping and Scott Adkins are running on foot to chase the guys, and then this van blocks them.
Oh yeah.
Where was that van going?
I'm going through the alley to do something.
It's a very tight alley for that car to be going down.
Maybe it was just pulling right into the mouth of it so it can unload its truck, unload its delivery.
Hey,
we don't know what their business is.
At one point, Selena Jade goes, "Tony Jaa, can I borrow your phone?" And he gives her the phone, and she dials someone, and someone answers.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Oh hey, Selena Jade.
Oh yeah,
You wouldn't know it.
I thought that was weird
You
too.
wouldn't know it was her. 'cause
I
it's
thought that
someone
was
else's
weird
phone.
too because it's someone else's phone.
You see what I mean?
Anyway.
Though you could easily pick apart this film. There
Well,
are a
yeah.
lot of dodgy
I
moments where you're
ignored
just
that.
like,
I ignored that shit too.
and do you know what? Good for you. I think that's awesome.
I was
Awesome? Awesome.
I was just along for the ride.
I think that's great. I think that's great. The fact that you could watch this and not pick apart this film is great. But it also is interesting at the fact that I can put on another kung fu movie and you will pick it apart.
So here's the
Know what I'm
difference.
saying, guys? She picks and chooses.
Here's the thing, though, because you're talking martial arts, a martial arts film, yes?
Yeah.
This was like a shoot 'em up, and for shoot 'em ups, well, there's obviously some martial arts in it, but there's a lot of shoot 'em up.
More martial arts and gunplay in this film.
Is it? I don't know. I guess maybe because of the particular,
Oh,
maybe because of the style of this film, it's
No, you might
easy
be
for
right.
me to ignore stuff like that.
so what you're saying is this is an action film and not a martial arts film.
Boom. There you go.
Oh yeah. You think so?
Yeah, 100%.
I 100% disagree.
You think that this is more of a martial arts than an action film?
Yes.
It looks like Predator with the dudes in it. Got big guys with guns.
That doesn't mean it can't be a martial arts film. Yeah. This film is absolutely frothing at the gills with martial arts. There's a ton of it.
Well, yes, but it still has more of an action movie feel.
If no one says my kung fu is better than yours, it's not a martial arts.
Oh, got you. Okay. Okay.
Or where's your
Boom.
master?
Boom.
Or your fucking kung fu
You
sucks.
want to die?
Boom.
Try me. So, is it me?
Yes.
I might have misheard this line, right? This is what I think is happening in this scene. All the bad guys are at a restaurant chilling. They're all drinking beer. And not Donnie. Michael Jai White is okay. Michael Jai White is looking at
Right there with you.
bootleg Blu-rays. I'm pretty sure, and he goes, "This is
Can I
trash.
say with the line?
This is trash. This is trash." And then he goes,
Donnie and Sam?
Is
"Does
that what
mean
he was
Donnie and
looking
Sammo
at?
Hung?"
Yes.
Is that what he was looking at? He was looking at DVDs.
Yes.
That was
Oh.
dope.
But does he say Sam or Sammo?
It says Sam.
I thought he said Sam. And I was like, he must mean Donnie and Sammo. But why doesn't he say Sammo?
Maybe he's.
He's just
I thought he was.
First
I
name
thought they were
race.
CDs. I didn't realize that they were DVDs.
Yeah, if anyone has,
Oh, okay.
if anyone has an answer for that, I'm pretty sure he's basically referring to SPL. But if anyone knows why he says Donnie and Sam, because he does say Sam.
Maybe he didn't want to make it. Maybe there's something about being obvious and talking about. I mean, obviously, yes,
Yeah, he
about
didn't wanna be
saying
too
Samo.
obvious.
But
Yeah, because who else? I mean, there's plenty who with Donnie. Who knows who he's talking about? But Samo, there's only one Samo.
yeah, I guess. But without, I don't know, without people going, "Oh, it's Donnie and Sammo," the joke doesn't work. Because if people aren't aware of Donnie Yen and Sammo Hung, they're going, "Oh, it's Donnie and Sam," and they might go, "Who the fuck is Donnie and Sam?"
Well, that's where we come in. It's just for us.
Okay, yeah, we.
Honestly, that was just another
It's just for
moment
the
for me
nerds.
where I was just like, I didn't know what he was talking about, but I didn't care.
That's fair. That's fair. I just thought it was interesting that he said Donnie and Sam. Although it is very cool. If he would have said Sammo, that would have been very cool.
Well, sure.
But yeah, I didn't. I thought that was interesting. Yeah, basically, I guess we're gonna fast forward because there's not much else. I tell you what, though,
Nope.
I've got something to talk about. Right,
Okay.
this film, in my opinion, Jesse V. Johnson making this film should have gone, guys, we're making B movie trash. So what we're gonna do is throw in all the fights. We're gonna throw in all the action. We're gonna make everyone fight everyone. It's gonna be a crazy mishmash of fight scenes. We're gonna go hard with it. And unfortunately, he goes, okay, in the middle, we're gonna slow things down. We're gonna have Tony Jaa make some food, and then they're just gonna chill and talk over a meal. It's like, what the fuck are you doing?
It was like exactly an hour in where we learned about Tiger Chen.
Yeah.
And Tony Jaa.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
An hour, the main characters?
Yeah, it's just hold that thought. So what I think, this is my opinion, right? Tony Jaa, Tiger Chen, and Selena Jade are all hiding away in this restaurant that's closed. Tony Jaa's making food, and Tiger Chen is drinking beer with Selena Jade. Right. This is how you make this film 18% better. They're drinking, they're having fun, they're chatting it up, blah, blah, blah. Tiger Chen starts drinking a bit more beer,
Hello.
starts drinking a little bit more. He's getting a bit tipsy with Selena Jade.
Hey.
They're both getting tipsy. They're chatting it up. The bad guys find them. Tiger Chen just does some drunken boxing. He breaks out the drunken boxing. He has a drunken boxing fight against 3 henchmen, or maybe the owner of the restaurant comes back with. Well, yeah, she's not allowed to talk about this, but maybe the owner of the restaurant comes back with his 3 sons, and they're like, "You get out of my restaurant!" And Tiger Chen's like, "Fuck you guys!" He busts out some drunken boxing. He beats the shit out of everyone, and then they just move on.
That's not
to the
who
next
Tiger
place.
Chen's character is.
You're only saying that because you don't like drunken boxing.
True. But also, that's just not who his character is. He doesn't say, fuck you guys, and just start beating up random people.
If he's drunk.
Well, I don't mean. All right, make the script sound like Tiger Chen, but yeah, he's drunk. Okay, they're not the owners of the restaurant. They're bad guys. Some henchmen find him. He would mess them up. I'm just saying. What my point is essentially, just throw in an extra fight scene in the middle.
I would have
Just
appreciated
have
that.
another skirmish just in the middle. I think it would benefit your film. But I have also heard something that is something we really, really need to consider in this film is Tim Mann, who choreographed all the fight scenes. Says he was not given any time, that this was on a limited budget and a limited filming schedule, and he had barely any time to choreograph the fight scenes, and felt like he didn't say he
did the
did
best he could.
exactly, that's what he said, but he certainly didn't do his best. And I think also, if I remember correctly, he said that it was a struggle choreographing the fights because everyone was having their input, because you had all these martial arts stars, and it was hard to put everything together because everyone was trying to throw in their own moves.
Makes sense.
So it was difficult. I think I read that somewhere. So Tim Mann had a very tough job doing this film, which I find quite interesting. But yeah, there you go. But again, the film is not egregiously bad.
No.
Cyrus, absolutely. I don't know. I don't know why you hate it. Well, you just thought it was crap. You just thought everything was shit. That's fair.
It's like Aliens saw 5 movies that we made that were like pretty good, and they're like, we can give it a shot. And they're just like, I'll just take it out from here, and I'll just do that shit.
I don't think it's that bad.
I do like that there is a very I do like that there are polar opposites here. That Devan liked it like unbelievably more than you.
Very much enjoyed it.
I think that's
Yeah. We don't even, as a group, we don't even know what the characters are, why they are what they are.
okay.
Who cares?
We're gonna go
Right?
Who
Who's
cares?
the lady just on the phone?
Wait.
What's their relationship with Collins or whatever?
And that's my point.
She hired him. I mean, granted, yeah, we don't know anything about her.
Little
She's just this
sexual tension there as
mysterious.
well?
Yeah, she's just this
Yes.
mysterious figure. But yeah, she hired Collins to kill Selena Jade.
And that's my point as well. That the director should have gone, we don't know who this woman is. Doesn't matter. Throw a fight in.
She should have been the guy from fucking Inspector Gadget that you don't see. Just
Yeah.
like blank face.
Next time, Gadget. Yeah,
Yeah.
that
That's
dude.
fucking good.
It's not
That was
bad.
very good.
It's not bad. It's not
That
bad.
was very good.
I don't do that one too badly. Yeah, I think the director should have gone, we don't know who this woman is. It doesn't matter. Throw in another fight scene. I think he should have gone balls to the wall. But obviously, he was limited in his budget. I think this film suffered. If it was given $10 million more, I think it would have been an absolute fucking barn
Yeah,
burner.
believe me, I'm not saying in no way is this film perfect. There are absolutely flaws. However, still enjoyable.
I'm going to jump into a list.
And I just went in enjoying it.
We're not hitting listener questions yet, but I have one that pertains to the film.
I mean, we've pretty much
We haven't discussed the ending. We got to discuss the ending.
Okay, fine.
Yeah. Question from Loose Cannon Allen. Great name, Loose Cannon
Great
Allen.
name.
That is a
So,
great name.
yeah.
This is the first time that this person is asking us a question, huh?
Time.
Interesting.
He's a loose
might-
cannon.
Yeah. You never know when he's going to put
I
it.
applaud your name.
As do I. Nope. I only went ahead and actually said the wrong person. Loose
Oh
Cannon
my
Allen,
God.
we're coming to your question a little later
Oh
on.
my
I'm
God.
so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Get it together.
Caleb from Caleb's Kung Fu Cinema. Check out his
Caleb.
podcast. Check out his YouTube channel. He's amazing. He's been on one of my Kung Fu Sations I had with him. Awesome.
Mhm.
He says, I have a question. Who's the star of this movie?
Ha!
And he says, I'm guessing it's Tony Jaa since he gets top billing, but I've always thought of Iko as the
Iko,
star.
absolutely.
Who's the star? Is that
Hmm.
Iko? You both say
100%. It's his whole journey. His wife dies. He starts it up. Bing, bang, boom. He gets the revenge.
Yeah, that's a tough one. I kind of say Tony as well, though I don't think it should be.
But even at the very, very end, last scene, he's the focal point. Iko. Right?
Oh, that's true.
Got him.
But yeah, I feel like they do focus a lot on Tony Jaa.
I agree.
I think
agree.
Tony Jaa, but it shouldn't be.
It's, in my opinion, do you know what though? I'll go one step further and say they actually focus a lot on Tiger Chen's story.
They do.
And Tiger Chen is the nicest person in this film.
Hmm.
He's like the more heroic person, I feel.
I would agree.
And I don't think he's the hero of the film. I don't.
No.
I think Iko personally. But if someone were going to say, what's your definitive answer? I would say there is no hero to this film. I'd say all three leads get equal billing, and no one stands out, though someone should.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Scott Adkins is the lead villain.
Of course.
Sorry, Loose Cannon Allen, I'm going to come to you in a minute. So we're going to jump forward because
Final fight.
yeah, I've got some dodgy things to say about the end. Tony Jaa walks into the building with Selena Jade, and all the bad guys are there. Blah blah blah. You don't even need to know. It's an old building that's falling apart. Tony Jaa, nope. Is it Tony Jaa? No, Tony Jaa. Yes, sorry. Sneaks in the back. He's got a machine gun with a suppressor on it. Takes out two guards. Chip chip. That's my suppressor gun. Okay, that's my suppress gun. I know it's like a sniper's firing at us. That's a bit better.
That's a bit.
So he kills two guys, takes them out. Next two guys come along. He's got a machine gun with a suppressor on it. He chooses not to. Instead, he kicks them and punches them, and they go, oh, and make all the noise in the world. Don't know why he does that. Next moment, he takes out two guys, again, with a suppressed machine gun. I don't know why he fights the two guys before him. Then, he's in perfect range of everyone. All he has to do is shoot everyone, and it will be over. He takes the suppressor off his gun and just shoots everyone. Why would you do that? Why would you use a suppressed rifle to shoot them? Why are you taking that off your gun? It makes no sense.
When you take the suppressor off, it's more gun.
Actually, I'm not sure.
More power.
I'm pretty sure that suppressors don't weaken bullets.
And it's like, in the movies they have the gun and they're serious, but when they go and pull it back, they're real serious.
Real
He was
serious
just getting
now.
real serious.
Yeah. But then again, in every single film, when someone pulls out a gun, it goes.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy. In Loaded Weapon 1, the Emilio Estevez film, it's so funny when they pull guns out. It makes
Oh yeah.
every single time.
A skit on that.
It's so fucking good.
Someone just picks up a gun. It's like,
Yeah, that's basically what they do in Loaded Weapon. It's really, really good. Great little joke. Not a great film. That doesn't quite hold up. It has some great jokes in it.
I had never seen it before until
didn't
me
love
and
it, though, did
yeah, I didn't love it. It had a few funny moments, but yeah,
It's got some great jokes. It's got some very, very good jokes.
it does.
Not as good as Hot Shots Part 2, though.
Part deux. Get it right.
I know. Sorry, I'm not French. So fights break out. Blah blah blah. We have some fracas. And Michael Jai White. Funny enough, the script in this film is trash. Michael Jai White delivers the greatest line in the final throwdown. So Iko is in front of Michael Jai White. He goes,
And Michael Jai White has been suspicious of Iko this whole time.
Yeah. And Iko goes, it's me, bitch. I'm going to fight you.
Right.
Do you know what? I've got a machine gun. I ain't even going to shoot you. I'm going to empty out my clip. Bam, 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 bam. On the floor. Empties out his clip. Throws the gun to one side. Michael Jai White says, that's the dumbest thing you're never going to live to regret.
Yeah.
That's a flames line.
Yep.
That is great dialogue. It's the only good dialogue in the entire film, but it is good.
I think if he just chopped it down a little bit, yes, it's great.
Yeah.
If he said,
That's the dumbest thing you've ever done.
no, that's the dumbest thing you won't be able to regret.
Okay.
That's like too many.
I
I hear
get
what
where
you're
you're coming
saying.
from. And you are a screenwriter?
Yeah.
Is that correct? I believe so. Yeah, you wrote
English-
Schindler's List.
That's right. It was just a grocery list.
Nice.
Peanut butter.
Schindler's peanut butter on it. And then I honestly think, for some bizarre reason, I'm the first one to criticize Michael Jai White. I question a lot of his movies, even the ones that people say are good. I don't think he always stands out to me.
Blood and Bone, baby.
Hmm?
Blood and Bone. 10 out of 10.
Not a bad film. I didn't mind that film at all. I think that's one of his better ones. Undisputed 2, I haven't seen in years, but stuff like Falcon Rising, it's just not great. Skin Trade, again, not great. But he looks great in the end of this film because he's the only. Well, he's not the only. He's one of. Sorry, he is the biggest guy in this film that can fucking move his hands. Pow, 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 pow. Like he moves them fast, and he's really impressive with his hands. And I love that because he's massive, and he's got strength, power, and he can move.
Yeah.
It looks great against Iko. Throws Iko around. Like, Iko is a small man.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just, I really enjoyed that fight. For once, I enjoyed the dynamic of him being bigger and him being smaller. I liked it.
I like him as a villain.
Jai White,
Mhm.
I agree.
Yeah.
He's a good actor.
He is.
He's a good actor. People need to give him more credit. I mean, he's amazing in Black Dynamite. If you watch it, if you actually give him credit for his Black Dynamite performance, it's amazing. Even though it's so hammy and over the top, but it's meant to be. Yeah, I respect Michael Jai White. I might not love him in every film. I might not love his, for example, Accident Man. He's fucking garbage in. He's terrible.
Yeah, he ain't great.
He's so slow, so
Yeah, he
clunky,
is.
and his acting performance is awful. It's like he's a different person in that film. I don't know. It's very strange. But Ray Park outshines him in that film.
Yeah, he does.
100%.
Yeah, he does.
But he's great in the end of this. This is one of my favorite Michael Jai White films. I'll be honest. I just really enjoy it. So he has a fight. Michael Bisping fights Tiger Chen again. Bisping, he's here and there. He's not wonderful, but he holds his own against Tiger Chen. He's fine. Then Scott Adkins basically kicks the entire film up a notch.
Yep.
Adkins by himself makes this ending sequence one to remember.
Yep.
I think he's very good, and he really busts out some good moves as well.
100% agree.
He does
Love him.
some decent flip kicks. Yeah,
That's how the cookie crumbles.
does it in jeans as well.
Love it.
That's a mean feat right there to do some of the spinny stuff he does in jeans. And yeah, all the bad guys get dispatched.
Yep.
Could I improve this film? Me personally, if I directed it, yes. You know how I could improve it? Not only I did have my drunken boxing scene earlier, which would make the film better. I'll tell you this: at the end of the film, Tony Jaa is scuffling with Scott Adkins. He stabs him there,
Right.
with a knife.
He does.
They get in another scuffle. Tony Jaa gets out another knife, and he hits him here. 2 knives,
Right.
here and here. And then Tony Jaa finishes him off with a flying double knee. You know how the film could be better? Tony Jaa, as he double knees him, knees the end of each knife.
That's what I thought was gonna happen. That's what I thought was gonna happen. Him with his fucking knees. I was just like, I 100% thought he was gonna come up and drive them and drive them further into his chest with his knees. I 100% thought the same thing. I was very disappointed that did not happen.
I even went one step further. I thought the knives were literally going to come out of his back. I thought
I didn't think they were gonna go that bad, but
so good.
Right.
Penetrated him like bullets.
Right.
Just slammed them all the way through, handle and all. Yes, that's what I want. I want that.
But I agree with you. I thought he was gonna double knee both those knives, and I was
missed a
very.
trick.
They really did.
They missed a trick.
You know, it'd been cool. Nerd alert. Sorry.
Go on.
Hit it.
So DBZ. There's a guy named Vegeta. He's a shorter man.
Yes, I've heard of him.
He's going up against this big baddie.
Yes,
A larger spherical man.
called Piccolo.
That's right. Android something. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
But this guy's trick is when he touches you, he sucks your energy up.
Okay.
Very dangerous.
Like women, am I right?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, buddy.
In your bank account. You know what I'm talking about. So, Vegeta's all pumped up, and the guy's like, "Dog, have you seen these hands?" And he's like, "Yeah, I've seen the hands, man. Touch me. Give me all that stuff." So he lets him touch him. And what he does is he's holding Vegeta's arms.
Yeah.
Vegeta holds his arms as well. He like climbs up his body and then just goes, "Yeah, baby," and then just yanks his arms off.
Woof. Damn. I
thought
didn't know DBZ was that violent.
he's an android.
Oh, okay. Well, that's still cool.
Yeah.
You thought he was going to do something like that.
I thought those things were there, right? I thought he was gonna maybe knee him and like get him out.
Yeah. Pull his
Gotcha.
ribcage out or something.
Gotcha.
Yeah, see, we just needed a little sprinkling,
Nerd fest
little-
over.
a sprinkling of more violence on the old Salt Bay. Is he still a thing? Do we care about it?
We don't care about him anymore.
Who is this?
The Salt Bay.
The Salt Man with his glasses, and he just goes like that on steaks and shit.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Devin doesn't know the internet.
Sorry.
No, she doesn't do that.
Good for you. He's just that little dude who walks around with a ponytail and puts salt on things.
Oh.
That's literally his thing.
Oh, okay.
How long have we been going for, Devin?
We are at an hour and 5.
Oh, good time.
I
Just to let everyone know behind the scenes, we're going to try and keep these down to an hour and a half.
At least for today.
For today, and hopefully going forward, we're going to keep
Mhm.
them down kind of as short as we possibly can.
Got to keep your attention, I think.
And we know that a 2-hour podcast is a lot, and
Mhm.
we go like 2 hours 20 sometimes.
Yeah.
And I know that some people struggle to get to the end of them, and we understand. That's the way the cookie crumbles. That's all good and well. But we also want people to enjoy the whole thing, so we're going to trim it down. I'm doing a Al Pacino. She got a great ass.
You know he was on cocaine during those movies, like for real.
Did you
Oh,
know
really?
that line is ad-libbed?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like high as hell.
Hank Azaria's reaction, like that,
Yeah.
was genuine fear.
Yeah.
Didn't know Al Pacino was going to go great ass.
There was a thing on
So good.
actors doing fake cocaine, and they're like, "Yeah, it's like this mineral shit. You
Mhm.
could just keep it doing it."
Yeah.
Jonah Hill said he did it for weeks in Wolf of Wall Street or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
Al Pacino's like, "It was coke, babe. It was coke, baby."
I did
That's
the
it.
real thing, baby.
He said it without saying it though.
Mhm.
He's like, a lot of people use the fake stuff, and you could see in the scenes I got a little excited, and it was the 80s or whatever.
Good job it wasn't real coke in fucking Scarface.
Woof.
That mound of coke.
Woof.
Be more than say hello to my little friend. Say hello to my little cardiac arrest. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah.
Uh, must be the greatest ad-lib line of all time, though.
Probably.
She got a great ass. I mean, come on, just say it like that as well. What a great ad-lib. Yeah. Let's just get into listener questions.
Listener question.
So, our opinion on the film. We've pretty much said our say.
Loved it. Liked it. Hated it.
I think, liked it, loved it, hated it. So interesting. You get 3 different opinions. Rarely happens with us. But I actually,
Where I enjoyed it more than Sean.
that's
that's
rare
the
as
most.
well.
That's the most rare.
That is. And funny enough, she picked the film. Kind of. She let the patrons vote, but she picked.
What's
it for-
crazy? Here's what's crazy is that I had seen it before but didn't recognize it. So my process, just to let you guys know, in my process, I choose the films, to put up for poll on the polls for Patreon, and literally all I do is just do a Google search and I pick out movie posters that I think look cool, and so I chose this one because the poster to me does look cool. Didn't remember it. Didn't
the way-
remember watching it.
The poster for this film has Tony Jaa
It has-
wielding nunchucks.
Yes,
Guess what?
didn't use them.
Doesn't happen in the film
Yeah.
at all.
Anyway, so yeah,
By the way, also the final shot of this film is ludicrously funny.
it is.
It's 3 of them walking out of smoke. They've all got different clothes on than they had in the film. It's mental.
And and I don't remember the first time we watched it. I don't remember my opinion of it.
I don't either.
Which is funny, but
No.
yeah, I enjoyed it. Anyway, listener questions.
There's the questions.
Hit it.
I'm going to do Loose Cannon Allen's question first because I goofed up.
Loose
So
Cannon
sorry,
Allen.
He says, do you have any idea how they would make the noises in the old school movies? Like when punches are thrown, blocked, etc. Alan,
What a question.
come closer. I got kind of an answer for you. No, I don't know how they make those sounds. Not true. So, they obviously had Foley come in. Foley is the art of doing sound effects for films. For those that don't know, they're the sound effect people, Foley artists. Now, I'm gonna ask you. I've completely forgotten the name. I wrote it down earlier. Okay, go on YouTube and search for the documentary Fists of Fire. It's a Shaw Brothers documentary, right? About halfway through the documentary, you actually see Foley artists doing Foley work for a Kung Fu film. And one guy has a pair of leather boxing gloves on, and he's just doing that. Just hitting them together. And it sounds just like the old school punch effects. One guy has leather gloves on, but they're not boxing gloves on. They're just leather gloves. And there's about 8 people, and they've all got different equipment. And they're all hitting things together. And it's really fucking awesome to see it. But I would pay good money for a GoFundMe that was going to do a documentary on Foley artists for old school Kung Fu films. Because do a combined one, do a documentary on Foley artists and who dubbed people.
Oh, that'd be fun.
There's actually one on the Bruce Lee box set that I just bought, the 4K box set. There's a documentary on there all about the people that did the old school dubbing for Bruce Lee films.
Right.
Really interesting. Because they reveal how many people did, like, in Way of the Dragon, there's, like, one guy who did, like, 6 different voices for the film.
Oh, really?
And then it says, not only did he do Bruce Lee, he did David Chang in this film, Jackie Chan in this film, Lau Kar Leung in this film, and it kind of breaks it down. It's really, really awesome. But if someone was going to do, like, a really in-depth documentary on dubbers and Foley artists, I'd fucking love to see that. So sorry, I literally don't have that much information for you, but Fists of Fire, it's on YouTube. Track it down. Not only is it an amazing documentary because it's on Shaw Brothers and it's in English, loads of behind the scenes footage, amazing stuff, but it also has what you're looking for, a moment when they're doing Foley. So look for it. It's good stuff. I hope that helps, by the way. We did Caleb's. Adam O'Connor says, "What are your guys? You guys' go-to Halloween movies?" Says, doesn't have to be your favorite,
Interesting.
but just what movies do you like to go to on Halloween or around Halloween? For me, it's either The Lost Boys or Evil Dead 2.
Interesting.
Boys?
Cyrus, do you even have one?
Hocus Pocus, dog.
Ah,
It's flame.
that's a lot of
Hocus
people.
Pocus is flames.
A lot of people's choice at the moment. A lot of people go back to Hocus Pocus.
Oh, Sleepy Hollow.
That's a good choice as well.
Good old Johnny Depp, Christina Ricci. Yeah, Sleepy Hollow.
What's his name in that?
Ichabod Crane.
Ugh, it's like the greatest name ever written.
Sure is. It's a good one. It's a good one.
Yeah, 100%. Sleepy Hollow. Great movie.
Yeah, that's a good one.
It's very good.
I think these guys have beaten me to this because I don't really have an answer for you. Because I try and watch 31 horror films in 31 days, I typically like to watch a bunch that I haven't seen before. So I don't really have a
You're changing
film
your answer?
that what's going on?
He's changing his answer. Sorry.
Oh, I'm not changing it.
Oh.
What, you're just making it better?
I'm adding to it.
You watch Hocus
Oh.
Pocus 2?
That's right. Halloween Town. Anybody?
Is that Adam?
You talking about the animated one? The animated one?
It's a Disney Channel movie.
Oh, yeah,
old
yeah,
video.
yeah. I don't know if I've ever seen it.
Oh, it's so good.
That's what everyone says, but I don't think I've ever seen it.
That's all.
One last film I do want to say that I've made it a tradition to watch it every year. I forgot about this for a second. One that I always watch in my 31 and 31 days, which again I'm not going to do this year. I've watched 12 so far, but I don't think I'm going to get 31. I always watch Chopping Mall. I have watched Chopping Mall for the last 3 years, and I'm probably going to watch Chopping Mall again this year. If no one knows what Chopping Mall is,
I do not.
it's an 80s horror film about a mall that creates robots that like patrol the mall, and the robots go haywire and they start cutting people up and blowing up their heads and killing them, and a bunch of teens are locked in the mall for the night, and then they have to take on the androids or the robots, not even androids.
Two of them try to have sex and then they get killed.
Oh hell yes!
Of course.
I don't think they get killed while making sweet love, but they definitely get there's definitely some sex. I mean, it's an 80s horror film. Of course there's sex.
Of course.
But Chopping Mall. And then I typically try and watch a modern slasher as well, even if it's one that I've seen before. So I often go for, these days, I tend to go for the sequel to The Strangers, The Strangers Prey at Night. I tend to try and watch that, or sometimes the film You're Next, which I love as a slasher as well. So I try to watch a modern slasher, maybe Hush on Netflix, stuff like that. So that's my answer. Though Lost Boys, great choice, good stuff. We watched Lost Boys recently, didn't we?
We did.
And you liked it?
I did. I mean, yeah, I think I'd seen it before, but yeah, I enjoy it.
Good film. Good
I
film.
think you like it more than me, though.
Sure do.
Dracula's in that, right?
There are Draculas.
6 or 7 Draculas.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've seen it actually.
You've never seen Lost Boys? Oh, it's a treat.
I'm lost, boy.
That's right. Kiefer Sutherland?
That's a vampire.
Alex Winter? Do you know who Alex Winter is?
I know Ariel Winter is.
I bet you do. Alex Winter is
Bill.
Bill from Bill and Ted.
Dang.
Yeah, he's in it. He's a vampire.
Mm-hmm.
And also Corey Feldman and Corey Haim in it. And they are known as the Frog Brothers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, how'd you like that? No, they're not.
They're not the brothers.
Corey Haim is.
Corey Feldman is a frog brother.
Yeah, I don't know who the other
who's
one is.
Heyman, the wrestler guy?
Paul Heyman.
Paul Heyman. yeah,
Not in
things
there.
mixed up. So thank you for that. Evil Dead 2, I used to watch a lot when I was young, actually. But these days, the Evil Dead films don't really work the same way for me. I'm an Evil Dead remake guy. I hate to say it, I love the 2013 remake. It's actually my favorite Evil Dead film. So sorry to everyone.
Oh, is that the one where they're being like surveilled? Or am I thinking Cabin in the Woods?
You're thinking Cabin in the Woods, which is a fun film.
That's
That's
a
a
good
good
one.
film.
Mhm.
Yeah. Amok Pal says, here's a question for all the hosts. Picture your worst enemy.
Cheap, 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 cheap.
You got him?
Picture my
Yes.
worst enemy.
Okay.
There's only one.
You can teleport them to any place on Earth. Also, a specific time period if you choose. Where would you send them?
What constitutes a worst enemy?
Who do you hate most in the world?
I don't hate anyone. I mean,
You
but wait a
don't-
minute. You mean like out of? I
you
mean,
don't
like
have
you're
a
talking.
worst enemy.
We're talking about like people we know personally that we have to interact with.
I would say so, but in your instance, you could say fucking
Someone who just
Bin Laden.
annoys me.
Or you could go like extreme and go the Grand Dragon of the fucking Ku Klux.
Okay, so yeah, because
Ku Klux
yeah,
Klan.
because I don't hate anyone. I don't have but yeah, if I could
Devin
just
does
pick,
not have a worst enemy.
I do not.
No.
But if I could just pick any horrible person in the world,
Yeah, it's weird. She doesn't fucking hate anyone apart from Chinese people, which is really
She
strange.
keeps just talking about it.
Hates them.
Our uncut lasts for an extra 20 to 30 minutes.
Oh, just a rant from
and we
her.
just let her
about
get it out.
an anti-Chinese rant. It's crazy. You wouldn't think it from her.
I know from the podcast we watch a lot of those movies.
Yeah, it's weird. We watch a lot of Asian cinema, and she just Chinese ones. And she doesn't mind Hong Kong, but it's mainland China she hates.
Mainland.
Weird. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
okay. Can I pick the Don? I'll pick the Don.
The Don?
Trump.
Oh, okay. Trump.
That guy.
All right. I thought you were talking about Don Jitsu.
Oh no, lovely man. I did start calling him the Don. He's great. No. Don Jitsu, great. No.
Donald J. Trump.
Yeah, that fool.
Where would you teleport him?
Said any
Back to school. You know what I'm saying?
any time period and all that, right?
Yeah.
Back in time, any time period. Right, that was the question.
Yeah.
Where would you send him?
Yeah.
Jurassic era.
Jurassic Trump. Nice.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like it.
Have him be eaten by a dinosaur.
Him by himself in the middle of the Jurassic era. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. You could just teleport him to in an active volcano.
I suppose so, but
You
no,
want him?
I like
You want
my
him
answer.
to suffer?
I like my answer.
I like your answer too. I actually prefer it to the volcano.
Way back in time.
I just like the idea of Trump running away from a raptor.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He wouldn't make it far.
No, he'd look at a T-Rex and go, "That's huge."
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
We should go into business.
You did great ass. She's got a great ass.
Well, that's also the Trump.
yeah.
And he goes like this, like I didn't do it.
Yeah.
You said you've got an enemy.
Yeah, it's not an enemy. It's just one person that really grinded my gears my entire life. Was one person
Okay.
tried to
Ooh.
fight me.
I know who it
Try to
is.
fight this guy.
Uh-huh.
My kind, generous soul. Big butthead. I would
Mhm.
present time. I would
Present
take
time.
all his clothes off except for his underpants, and I'd put him in a driving range, so people just hit golf balls at him all day.
Interesting.
Pretty good.
Interesting. Okay.
No big injuries. Just
No.
he's like, oh god damn.
Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty
Okay.
good.
Sean?
Yeah, I don't really want to get into my worst enemy because my worst enemy is like someone from my past, but I do have a worst enemy, and I would not an enemy, but just someone that like I dislike from my past, and I would teleport them to. I don't know. That's interesting.
Space.
God, that's grim. Yeah. Yes, I would teleport them to Mars, the surface of Mars, but I'd give them a suit. I'd give them a space suit on the surface of Mars,
Hmm.
and that's it. So they just have to live by themselves on the. Wow,
It
that
wouldn't
would
be.
drive you.
I mean, it wouldn't last long. They wouldn't last long. I mean, that the air in that suit isn't infinite, and they would have no
Good
food,
point.
and they would have
What if you
so it wouldn't last
give
long.
him a suit and then you had like a
Yep,
little hub?
That's what I
there
do. That they
that
can
they could
refill
like
their air.
eat, but it's like shit food. It's just like
Yeah.
I don't know.
They got bread and water, and they can refill their air, but they would live on the surface of Mars.
Interesting.
That's a nightmare. Yikes.
That's actually really grim.
It is, isn't it?
That's really, really grim.
That's basically just being in isolation until you die.
And he would
Prison.
choose when he dies.
Oh, I'd kill myself with the quickness.
Pulling that helmet off.
Bang.
Yeah.
Pulls that helmet off and he goes, "Oh my god, you can actually breathe on Mars."
He's like, this isn't Mars. She's like, is that a camera? It's just like,
"This isn't Mars. I'm in a target parking lot." Good question though.
Yeah.
Good question. Obviously, we don't really have specific enemies, but yeah. Marshall's Film Freak delivers a few. He says, "Everyone, what would you do if you were given $1 million for 24 hours? Like the Blink 182 Rock Show video." Don't know that reference. Don't know that
Yeah, no.
reference. Sorry, buddy.
So wait, are we? Oh, sorry. Were you not done?
At
Sorry.
the end of the 24 hours, whatever money is left is taken away. You got $1 million for 24 hours. What are you doing?
Buy a house.
$1 million house?
Buy a house. Pay for a vacation.
Keep going.
I mean, pay for a very expensive vacation. And I mean, that's really it. If I have a house that's paid for, so then I don't have to worry about like a mortgage, then I'm great. And then, yeah, if I have a vacation that's already paid for, I mean, really, that's it. I mean, I just, I most certainly wouldn't be a $1 million house, but we don't need $1 million house.
So you're doing a $700,000 house and then a $300,000 vacation.
Well, yeah, I would
Tom
more
Cruise?
than likely, yeah, of course I'd have money left over. Maybe it would be like for a month. Who knows? Travel around Europe for a month
That's
and
good,
stay
yeah.
at the nicest hotels.
If you want to spend $100,000 on a vacation, that's easy as fuck.
Mhm.
And you could
Stay
do
at the nicest hotels.
you could do a week vacation for $100,000 somewhere.
Go to a strip club, you buy $10,000 bottles of champagne or whatever.
It's nuts.
Yeah, I know.
Exactly, it's nuts.
I would probably do like maybe like a month long like
That's
gallivant around Europe, stay at some nice hotels. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
So plane or transportation taken care of. So
Yeah.
that would literally be all I would want.
I mean, that's a great answer because I hate to say, we're in our 40s now, so we probably have very sensible answers. I would certainly buy a house as well. I would. I mean, if you want to get into my goofy answers, I would probably buy like all the special edition Blu-rays that I've held off on buying, because they're too expensive. So I know a lot of them are out of print, but I pay like ridiculous prices to get all the amazing Blu-rays that I've wanted to buy. That I've been like $150 for one Blu-ray. No, I can't do that. I'd be like, yep, taking that. I'd probably do a vacation as well, but I'd probably do like a week-long vacation, and I would make it mental. I wouldn't go multiple places. I wouldn't go traveling around Europe. I would go to like Dubai, and I would spend time in the most amazing hotel possible.
Just
So
like
I'm never gonna get the chance.
pay like Ted Danson to come with you.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. I would walk into my room and Kendrick Lamar would be on the corner,
Naked.
in the corner, naked. Yeah, just making me pancakes. Yeah, it's like I would go. I'd pay for a rich person's hotel,
Hmm.
and a rich person's
Like a Beyonce hotel suite.
yes, exactly. And I would pay for like a rich person's activities and do all this crazy stuff because I'm never going to get the chance. So I have to do rich activity. I have to do something
Yeah.
that's like above my pay grade.
Yeah.
So definitely something like that. Like some people might say, oh, well, why not buy a McLaren F1 or a Bentley or something? Cars don't really do it. Well, firstly,
Me
I don't
neither.
drive.
Me neither.
And Devon would have to drive it, but I know Devon doesn't want to drive a Rolls Royce.
Nope.
She's happy with a hoopty the
Yeah.
way it is.
Give me if we can find a nice like $500,000 house and then spend the rest of that
This
on a
political climate.
and then find the rest on a vacation.
And also, at the end of the 24 hours, you're not taking any fucking money off me. The rest of that's going right to charity. If I've got anything left at 11 p.m., just donating the rest to charity. If
Yeah.
I've got 100 grand left over, it's going towards charity.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not wasting any of that cash, right?
Yeah.
You're just giving it away to good people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cyrus?
Oh, simple man, simple ideas.
You'd buy a simple man? Mm?
Yeah, I would buy a man.
Mm-hmm. And what would he do for you?
Anything I want.
I bet.
Mhm.
Okay.
I would
Mhm.
make him make me more money.
Interesting.
I would purchase him
You put him out on the
for $1
street.
million,
Okay.
and now this man is my man.
Do that. Get to work.
Yeah, and then he would be a very smart man.
Yes.
He'd be
Yes.
a money-making man.
That's right.
And bring the money home to you.
Purchase
Right.
Bill Gates for $1 million. And then
you teach a man to fish. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
right. Right. Teach a man
Bam,
to
bam.
program. Yeah. Go on then. You're a simple man.
So at Thailand, ladyboys. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Okay.
24 hours. Bang, 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 bang.
Boom.
I only want the pinnacle, the peak of them.
Not allowed to go on ladyboys anymore, my friend. No, no.
All right.
Cannot,
Whatever they're called now.
cannot say that term anymore. So
Bring
yep,
them on.
good stuff. All right, that's good.
All right.
24 hours. It's gonna.
I'd be interested in what you'd actually buy because you are
Me?
a very simple man.
You are.
The whole thing it makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I would just invest it or do what I'm supposed to do. I don't want to fucking do any of that shit. Maybe I'd buy
Maybe-
one cool thing.
Maybe like some sort of fancy like operating system or gaming system.
Oh, maybe just nerd this place the fuck out. Like all the things that a nerd would want. That's reasonable.
Like
like
the Street
Etsy.
Fighter arcade game.
Maybe I play that for 5 seconds and then just go play.
Oh, okay.
Later. I don't know. Like nice speakers would be cool.
Yeah.
Things that make things better that I like. Movies.
Yeah, like I would buy myself the sweetest fucking TV.
Mm-hmm.
I'd have the fucking best TV in the world.
I'd have subscriptions to everything. I wouldn't have to ask people
Brazzers?
for that one too. That's like
Brazzers, top tier.
that's more than $1 million a month.
That's the first one you're doing, Brazzers. Why is it called Brazzers?
No idea.
Why is it called? Does anyone know why it's called Brazzers?
Razz to razz someone, razzmatazz, but that's all I got.
Brazzers.
Bros,
But I feel like
Bras?
browsers.
how does a razzmatazz fit into to porn?
Hey, Razzle Dazzle?
I don't know.
Dazzle 'em.
Yeah, Brazzers.
Next question.
All
This
right.
one over here.
I'm keeping us on time. We're at 128.
You mentioned.
shit.
Oh no! Okay, quickly. Hold on. Sean, I don't remember if I've asked you before. This is Martial Arts Film Freak. Asked you before, but what is the best skit on any hip hop album? Tons of good skits out there. I'm going to give you a one that I think is very, very cool that no one ever talks about. Right? There's tons of great ones. Check out De La Soul albums. Or the oh my god, the Ghost Weed. Whose album is that on? Ghost Weed. Is that De La Soul? Where they smoke the weed and then they do impersonations of other rappers. That might be De La Soul. But the funniest skit on any album is on the Big Pun album when he's doing an interview with Funkmaster Flex and he's talking about having sex with women and he talks about Fat Joe and him having a threesome and he goes, we're like two wild bears fucking, and Funkmaster Flex laughs so hard and so genuinely you can't help but laugh along. It's the most infectious, amazing laugh you will ever hear. Check that skit out. I guarantee you'll laugh, or at least you'll have a massive smile on your face. There you go. Cyrus, in
Yep.
the movie Demolition Man,
That's right.
Taco Bell is the only restaurant after the restaurant wars.
Praise God.
What restaurant would you want to be the only restaurant in
Popeyes
the
next.
world?
Popeyes all day,
Alright.
morning, noon, and night. You know what I'm saying?
Alright.
My guess too.
5 piece, 2 biscuits, and 2 sides, $11.99 all day. Thank you, God.
He said he's a simple
Not the
man.
nuggets, not the strips. I want some chicken. I want some bone in.
Oh, bone in? Spicy or mild?
I've been boning.
You've been boning, yeah.
See, I was always a
mild boy.
A mild boy.
Oh, wet and mild. Yeah.
Mild thing.
Yeah.
Ding, 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 ding.
Girls got mild.
Sweet mild of mine.
Oh!
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew that was your answer. Popeyes, 100%.
You can't keep that going. It's not good.
No,
for the
no.
news. It's not good for the news.
No.
All that chicken fat. Popeyes.
Tasty,
all
though.
day.
Love some chicken fat, you know what I'm saying? Okay, that's a good one. Devan,
Uh-oh.
of the cast of this movie... Oh, this is an interesting question for Devan. I'm not even sure she'll answer this.
Oh, God.
Out of the cast of this movie, who would you most like to have as a guest on the podcast?
Adkins.
Who?
Adkins.
Oh, yeah, it's an obvious answer. Damn, I didn't think about
I
that.
got Michael Jai over here.
You
I
got
mean,
Jai?
Yeah, he'd be fun, too.
I've seen him in interviews. Not sure I'd love Michael J. White in interviews. The man has a little bit of an ego on him.
Oh. Yeah, no, Adkins, 100%.
But
He seems like he would be a lot of fun.
We wouldn't cater to that ego.
we're just like,
Yeah.
hey, we're stupid.
We'd say, do you like Popeyes?
One fast food place. He's like, what's fast food? I'm fucking Michael Jai White.
That's really funny. I do not. It's weird, but I would probably choose Adkins as well. He's so personable, and so he seems nice. Although I have heard horror stories about him.
I know. I've heard that, and I think you've mentioned it, which makes me very sad.
Yeah, I've heard on occasion like he's been a bit unapproachable. Like he doesn't let his fans approach him very much. But I've only heard that a few times. I've heard other people say he's amazing. He's really, really nice and friendly. So, you know, you hear those stories from everyone. It's the same with every actor. Like, some people are like, oh, I met Robert De Niro, nicest guy in the world. And other people are like, he's an asshole. So, you know, you don't know, do
And
you?
the person that says he's an asshole could be an asshole.
Yes. And besides, if he's coming as a guest on the podcast, he's going to be nice. He's not going to come here and be like, oh,
What the fuck you say about me?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I choose Adkins. Thank you.
yeah, Adkins would be cool. Adkins would be cool. Yeah.
All right.
I'd like to have Iko, but I would just ask him why doesn't he pick better projects? Ayo!
Oh,
Got
Iko
him!
Uwais.
That's right.
Next question.
Last question from Rama. If you haven't done this one before, this is the question for the pod people. What's the silliest thing you've done recently, or just like ever? Something so incredibly stupid that it's made you think WTF.
I'm trying to remember.
I'm like the king of silly stuff. I mean, everyone. Not
Hit him
everyone.
with the
Which one?
when you go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Great. Thanks. I've got it.
That's right.
Oh no. I don't know if. Well, you've got me now, so I have to.
That's right.
Didn't want to mention this.
What else do you have something else already, do you know off the top of your head?
Well, every time someone goes hello, and I go 3 o'clock, and I panic. That's silly. That's dumb. I guess it's
Okay.
not silly though.
Yeah.
I think he means though stupid and daft. Like what things do you?
Like purposefully stupid and daft.
All right. Since Cyrus has brought it up, and I don't.
He's put you on the
Fucker.
spot.
You absolute fucker. So
Try editing
Right.
this shit out.
I got into this habit for some reason that when I go to the bathroom for a urination, as I'm peeing, I tend to sing the word peeing to the theme of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
That's it.
So as I'm peeing, I go peeing, peeing, peeing. It's just something I do. I don't know why.
Do,
I
do,
do it.
do, do, do.
Yeah, I do the whole thing. I do it multiple times, depending on how long the pee is. But I will go peeing, 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 do 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 do, peeing, peeing, peeing. I'll maybe even go peeing, 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 peeing. I don't know why. It's just a weird habit that I have. I don't know why I started it. I don't know. Maybe what I did is I heard the Power Rangers theme song. It was stuck in my head, and then I went to the bathroom and I was going da 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 da,
And it just
na
evolved.
na na na, and I just went I'm peeing, 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 and now I do it every time. But I'm gonna stop now because he's made me say it on a public podcast, and
They're gonna hear you say it.
four of you what would they just have?
Well, like from now on, they're not gonna be like,
No,
"You better not be
exactly,
saying
yeah.
peeing, peeing."
Yeah. In fact, do you know what? I don't know how many people will watch this. I guarantee at least 3 of you try it. I guarantee at least 3 of you go for a pee and go peeing, peeing, peeing. I bet you will. I bet you will. It's actually quite. It's
I
enjoyable.
feel like Rama might be one to do it.
Rama might try it. Yeah.
Mhm.
Honestly, get it in your head. Peeing. It's there's something about it as well. It's quite. I don't know. It helps everything come along. It helps the fluid move. That's definitely one of the silliest things I do. I guess he didn't say dumbest. He said silliest. So that's definitely the
I
silliest
have
thing
a
I do.
terrible memory, so I don't have a recollection of something. I feel like you might have to come up with something for me.
Yeah, you
Oh, I
did.
karate chopped you on the head tonight.
She did, and that was quite silly. She
Accident.
literally just went and chopped me right in the top of my noggin. And do
Yeah.
you know what?
We were
It
just
fucking hurt.
we were just messing around, and my intention was to stop before I actually hit him, but I guess I had too much momentum, and I hit him on the top of the head.
Yeah, occasionally, Devon will do something. I'm trying to think of like another example, but
Right? Yeah.
sometimes Devon will do something very silly, and I'll make fun of her for it.
Very much so. He likes to make fun of me. I got to make fun of you today, though, which was
Did.
great.
Do you want to tell that story? I know we're trying to wrap up.
Sorry.
We will.
Yeah,
but go on.
yeah, yeah. We were in Giant, a grocery store, and they have the self checkout, and usually Giant is wonderful and has the scanner gun, so you can scan and bag, and then
As you go.
as you go, as you shop, and then at the end you just ring everything up and pay. And I usually handle that part, but I let Sean do it, and
Let
it
him
was
do it.
like. It was like a grandpa just maneuvering that self checkout, and it was hysterical. And so I got to make fun of him because he was just taking so long and moving so slowly. And I was just like, "What's happening? Are you okay?" I was like, "It's very simple."
They asked me to enter an 8-digit number, and the 8-digit number was in front of me. But for some bizarre reason, I was reading it, and I was going.
Like
super
it was,
slow. Yeah.
like it was gonna jump out at you or something. It was very
Or
funny.
like they
Anyway.
put it in like Chinese lettering, and I was trying
And
to
you
work
had
it
to
out.
figure it out.
Yeah.
It was funny. Anyway, and I got to make fun of
Pretty
him.
cool, guys.
Anyway.
Quick one.
No, go
Yes,
ahead,
please,
go ahead.
Cyrus.
You again,
Oh, really?
but it's not so bad.
Oh,
Wait a minute. What do you do?
I don't know. I have so many shits, I just forget. I do so much weird shit like all day. I talk out loud. I laugh out loud like a psychopath. I will do voices. I'll do quotes from things. But we were at the gas station, me and this chap, and my car just wasn't working no matter what I was doing. So I went old school. Haven't done this in years. I went inside. I said, $30 on number 6, please.
I know what you're gonna say.
And then I filled it up, and he's like, "Oh, what's going on?" I was like, "Yeah, my card wasn't working, so I had to pay cash." He's like, "How do they know how much gas you're gonna take? Can you just take as much as you want?" I was like, "I don't know what you mean. What do you mean?" He's like, "Well, the pump's working now, so you could just keep on taking all that gas, right?" I was like, "I paid for $30 worth of gas," and you're like, "Yes, okay."
Well, I thought you'd just go
I
in.
own the gas station.
I
As
thought
much gas.
gas station payment was based on trust.
Mhm.
That you're going, I'm going to take $30 from this. It's full of gas. I could take $1 million. It's full of gas. But I'm telling you, I want $30 on this one. And he goes, I'm going to trust you.
Mhm.
Go and take your $30.
I said, I'll bring it to you next week.
But you could do $30 and go, look at the guy and go, he's not looking. I'll go to 40. That's what I thought you could do. And my question was, what's stopping you from like going to $40 when the guy's not looking?
No, sir.
Apparently, if you go 30 on pump 6, you can only get 30 from pump 6.
Yes. So
I had
basically,
no idea. I had no idea.
You were like, oh shit. Come on, keep going.
Yeah, you cannot pump gas unless there is a form of payment connected to that.
So when people are pumping their gas,
Yeah.
sometimes they go like, they get to like almost 30 and they go, bzz, 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 don't go over 30, don't
So
go over
here's-
30. How come they get, because they're paying
No.
for it. They've got their payment method in
So
it.
here's the thing: if you're using your card,
You pay for
then
it
you
yourself.
just pay for it until you stop it. It's connected to your card. You're paying for
So you
your
don't wanna
gas
go more.
until you stop it. Until either if you have a dollar amount that you want to stick to, or if you're just trying to fill your tank.
Yeah.
And you know that? That's
Yeah.
just like a game people play.
Right.
Okay.
I
What's
just
the 2 cents gonna?
Yeah, I do it I always want it to be even. So even if I'm filling my gas and my gas tank is now full, if it's at, I don't know, $25.92, I gotta get it up to 26.
Got you.
Or if you pay in cash, say if you have only if you only have $30 to spend on gas and you give the attendant $30, but say your tank fills up at 25, then you go back in there and they give you your change.
No.
Okay.
We gotta wrap this up,
Wait.
baby. 139, baby.
Wait.
Yes.
Stop.
You okay?
I'm sorry, everyone. We didn't do listener questions this week. I do
No,
apologize.
we did. Sean, yeah,
Next time we'll do them.
I don't understand gas stations.
I don't drive.
I don't. All that human interaction things, I
Yeah.
completely deer in the headlights.
It doesn't work that way in the UK. It works entirely different in the UK.
Oh, really?
No. Okay. Thank you, everyone, for watching. We really, really appreciate you. I hope you enjoyed this week's episode, and I hope you enjoyed that we kept it kind of condensed. We're trying to wrap this up now. Just to let you know what next episode is. It's Halloween! Spooky season! Spooky time! We are covering a Korean horror film next episode, and it is going to be The Wailing. So if anyone's familiar with that, you know that there might be some interesting discussion generated from that one.
I don't know anything about it.
If you are worried about, don't want to watch next episode's film because I get scared easily, not that type of horror film. It's not a jump scare horror film. It's kind of eerie. It's much more. It's deeper than that. It's very interesting. It's also a very long film. It's like 2.5 hours long. But it is very, very well. I'll hold off until
Leave it, yeah.
next episode.
Yeah, leave it at that.
If you do want to watch it, just to let you know, it is streaming for free on the Hiya channel or whatever subscription service if you have that. Otherwise, I'm sure you can rent it on Amazon. We appreciate you. Take care. Enjoy the spooky season, and we will catch you
Next time.
Yeah, buddy.